Hey y'all, Liz Daniels again, Elizabeth Daniels with Wisdom, Wit, and What You're Reading. If you know me personally, you know that I go by the name of Liz most of the time. Also, another thing is if you do know me, you may know that I have an obsession with, wait for it, Bigfoot. Yes, I do. I wanted to share this cute little pin that my secret sis at church got me. It says, "We believe." Makes me think that maybe she believes as well. I don't know who you may be, but we are Bigfoot believers. That's just a little piece of my character and personality that some of you may not know about. My students at school, we have the best time with it. We've been studying the lost colony of Roanoke, and one of my colleagues, he said, well, maybe they were taken by Bigfoot or aliens. And I was like, that's not funny, because Bigfoot could have got them. So, but anyway, of course, this channel is all about what I'm reading or what you should be reading, and based on the things that I read. And I did, even though if you watch my recent post that I put on here, I talked about how I switched schools, and that's kind of what happened with my summer, and that's why I hadn't posted anything. But I have been reading. And I try to continuously read, especially in my genre of suspense romance, because it's my craft. It helps me to get better. And so I wanted to spotlight someone who I consider a friend of mine. Her name is Angela Carlisle. She's actually from Kentucky, kind of northern Kentucky way. It's a little different where her part of Kentucky is a little different than our part of Kentucky, but that's okay. We all Kentuckians. So, but I am so excited for her because this is her debut novel. It's called Secondary Target. And it's about a little town in northern Kentucky, and it's great. It's very suspenseful. I'm going to be honest with you. When you start it, you better have time to read it, because it's going to be one of those page turners that are really, really hard to put down. So I want to read the back of the book to you, and then I want to read maybe the first page, so that you can kind of sink your teeth into what you're looking at with the story. I will tell you, she got me. Not a lot of people get me, but she got me. And so her writing is just beautiful. I can hear her voice in it. I'm just very, very happy for her and very, very excited for her. Okay, so this is on the back. A ruthless murderer, a deadly secret. Ain't they all, though? I'm teasing. An unbreakable love. Now, they all should be. After the brutal murder of her mother and brother 12 years ago, Corrina Roberts built a new life in Kentucky. Picked the good state, I'm just saying. But when strange things begin to happen, she is thrust into a perilous game of life and death. With nowhere else to turn, her best hope of survival, depends on her ex-boyfriend, Army veteran Bryce Jessup, of course. That's a good thing, though. Recently returned from service, Bryce has every intention of staying away from Corrina. But when threats close in around her, he isn't willing to leave her safety to chance. Good guy. As their search for answers uncover lethal secrets her detective father kept hidden, Bryce and Corrina must untangle the mystery of the merciless killer intent on terrorizing and eliminating Corrina's family before it's too late. Now, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I read a lot of books. I read a lot of suspense. I write suspense. Matter of fact, I made a revision the other day, and hey, listen, I killed a character. I did it, The bad person in this book, oh my. Okay, so I'm going to read just a little bit of the very first chapter, because I want you to get a feel of how the story grabs you and keeps you in. Security alarms shattered the autumn morning's tranquility. The mechanical shrieks pierced Corrina Roberts' consciousness, dissipating any lingering fog of sleep. Not again. She threw back the covers and rolled from the bed, revolver drawn from the nightstand before her feet touched the polished oak floor. She shoved the holster into her pocket, but didn't bother searching for her phone. Her dad's security system was configured exactly like her own and would send a notification to the police within 30 seconds of being triggered if they did not shut it off. Help would be there soon. In the meantime, she'd be prepared to protect herself if necessary. As she reached for the bedroom door, her German shepherd howled, creating a dissonant chorus with the wailing alarm. Shivers chased themselves up her spine. Her hand tightened around the revolver's rosewood and steel grip, and a fraction of her tension melted away. The .38 Special, Lady Smith, fit her hand perfectly. What? So I'm very, very excited for her, and I love this book, and I highly, highly recommend it. Again, it's called Secondary Target, Angela Carlisle. Now, down in the comments, I'm going to post my friend's Shelf Life Books. If you want to just follow that link and order the book from her, or you can go ahead and order from Amazon or wherever you get your books from. I love that this is a series, because when I fall in love with characters, I want to keep them around. So I love that this is a series, and you actually get a little bit of a taste of the next book in the series, and of course you get to meet that gal in the first book. So Angela, yay, I'm so proud of you. Thumbs up. Love this book. Can't wait to read the next one. And I want to grow up to be just like you. It's so good. It's so good. And guys, if you're from the great state of Kentucky, please, 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 let's support our Kentucky authors. I mean, we've got some really fine people who write really well. I mean, Crystal Cottle is in Northern Kentucky. You got Ann Gabbard in Central Kentucky. My friend Tiffany Stockton, just down the road. My friend Mary Jenkins. I mean, we've got some really great people that we could just go on and on and on. But these folks are within that Christian genre, and are doing some great things for the kingdom. So please, please search out these Christian authors, especially in Kentucky. But you've got to read this book. Angela Carlisle, Secondary Target. Guys, I love the book. I love you. And that's all I got.